Hello everybody, PsyStarcraft here, and balance update number 2 has just come out for Heart of the Swarm. I'm going to go over it real fast and hopefully upload some games for you guys to see some of the changes. So first of all, Zerg, the Swarm host range on the Locust, the unit that they spawn, has reduced to 2 from 3. I still think this is a good change. Their damage is still pretty high at 14, down from 16, and the range of 2 isn't going to affect a whole lot, but it'll make it easier to kite the Locust if players are paying attention, which I think is a fair trade-off. Protoss, the Oracle, no longer has Preordain. That's the ability that let them see what was being constructed from a certain building and gave them sight for 120 seconds. Instead, they now have an ability called Phase Shield, which targets friendly units in an AoE, and it prevents any kind of status effects from being on those units, as you can see here, like Fungal, Corruption, Contaminate, Graviton, Concussive, Abduct, stuff like that. I don't really like this ability. Of course, it will require some testing, but I feel like the only ability it's going to be good on is Fungal Growth, which I just don't know. I mean, it's going to counter Infestors pretty well, but how many Oracles are you going to need? How much energy does it cost? It just seems like a generally useless ability since there's not a lot of effects that are really like make or break as far as the battle goes, Fungal Growth being maybe the only one, but I think this is going to be very underutilized and fairly useless. Energy upgrade has been removed. Entomb's duration has been lowered, but the health of the encasings are higher. The cost has been reduced. I like this change a lot. 200 gas was way too expensive for the Oracle. It might even be good to see 100, 150, but right now it's currently at 150, 150. Tempest, the attack range has been reduced from 22 to 15, but that is when they come out. There is no longer an attack upgrade. Tempest will always have 15 range, and they now do 30 damage to all units plus additional damage to massive. This is a cool change, trying to make the Tempest work. I think 22 was a bit extreme, and removing the upgrade makes them a bit more viable a little bit earlier on. They still require a fleet beacon though, so we'll see. Hardened Shield will now reduce the Warhound's haywire missile damage. This is good because an Immortal should definitely be a Warhound counter to the Warhound. The problem with this is if you look down at the bottom, the Warhound has been removed from the game, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Recall will now cause 100 energy on the Mothership and Mothership Core. I really love this change. It encourages a lot more aggression from early Protoss attacks because you don't have to wait as long for the Mothership Core to recall. And you can even maybe attack in 2 different directions and recall both forces if you have 200 energy, stuff like that. Purifier Beam has been increased from 7 to 10 range, which is always cool. It's such a slow unit. You really need to have a lot more range. A lot of players would have the Mothership Core towards the front of the ramp, and then it would just get picked off because it had to be in the front to hit units with a 7 range, but now it's at 10, so that's cool. Warhound has been removed from the game, as I said earlier. The Blizzard basically said the unit just wasn't working. It held a similar role to the Marauder. I hope they give Terran another unit. I mean, I feel like each race should have like 3 new units, or at least a lot of new stuff, and Terran just lost one. Reaper has a new ability called Combat Awareness that allows it to see up cliffs. Alright, well that's good. They still don't do anything to buildings. I feel like 2 or 3 roaches or just a couple stalkers will stop Reapers, so I'm not sure why that's going to be useful. It's kind of a silly change. Battle Hellions can now be built from the factory. It has an armory requirement. There's a new upgrade at the army that will allow transformation between battle mode and normal mode. So you can build normal Hellions at a reactor factory, but you can't upgrade them to Battle Hellions until you get the armory upgrade. Or you can just build the Battle Hellions straight up from the factory. I don't understand that. I don't know, it just doesn't make much sense. Like, I don't think anyone's going to specifically build a Battle Hellion or a Hellion instead of just building Hellions and then getting the upgrade. It's really stupid. Widowmine, we have removed the armory requirement. Really cool. Widowmine, it wasn't that deadly that you needed an armory requirement, and now it's going to lead to some more like mid-game map control, and hopefully we'll see more use out of the middle Widowmine. So overall, I'm not too happy with the balance patch we're seeing here. This is good. I think this ability, the shield, is pretty damn useless. We'll have to see. Cost is good. Tempest received some cool stuff. I like that. Oh, also the Carrier is back. I forgot to mention that. The Carrier is now in the game again, so we'll see if that sees any use, I guess. I like the Mothership Core change. Reaper change is silly. Warhound should be replaced with something. Battle Hellion change is stupid. And Widowmine change is stupid. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little update on the update. And that's going to be it. So look forward to some more games coming up. And thanks for watching.